Hello everyone, this is Alban Antony Pereira. Welcome to this session 3 learning on compound interest. Previously in session 2 we had solved 5 questions, and in session 1 of compound interest we had learned the fundamentals. In this session 3 we will additionally learn 6 questions and their solutions briefly relating to compound interest. So in these 6 questions, what are the different types of questions we are going to solve? Let me write it down here. Question 1 is relating to calculation or finding time or n. Question 2 of this session will be relating to interest rate, finding interest rate. Question 3 of this session will be relating to finding principal amount. Question 4 and question 5 are related to calculating or finding time, and question 6 is little bit special. It helps you, or it will help you to learn a technique of calculating principal with the help of compound interest method, and once you found the principal you can calculate simple interest in this particular question. So this is a conglomerate question wherein simple interest as well as the compound interest formulas are discussed. So these 6 questions are additional questions which has to be discussed in this session 3. So let's learn this together and let's start this session. Quickly let me read the question 1 first. In what time will rupees 8,000 amount to rupees 8,820 at 10% per annum interest rate compounded half yearly? We have rupees 8,000 given here, 8,820, 10% per annum interest rate, and mentioned detail is compounded half yearly. So the conversion period here available is 2 times. So rupees 8,500 will be principal, rupees 8,820 will be the compounded amount, interest rate is 10%. These details are available in the question. Let's start solving this question first. So the formula is amount is equal to principal into 1 plus I to the power n. Next 8,000 is principal, bracket open, 1 plus I. What is I here? It's given as 10%, but we have to divide it by the 2 number of conversion. It becomes 5% or 0.05. How to find out 5% as 0.05? 5 divided by 100. Do this calculation in the calculator, you get it as 0.05. Write this here, 0.05 to the power n. We do not know n. That is the question here. We should find out n. Moving further. So this is nothing but 8,000 multiplied with this. Okay. So we can bring this 8,000 onto the left hand side, and it becomes 8,820 divided by 8,000 is equal to 1.05 to the power n. Divide 8,820 by 8,000, open the calculator and let's do the calculation quickly. 8,820 divided by 8,000, and the answer what we get is 1.1025. 1.1025 is equal to 1.05 whole to the power n. Right, now we have 1.05 to the power n. So just trial and error. Open the calculator. We should get answer as 1.1025. So let's multiply with the same number once. 1.05 into 1.05. What is the answer? We get it as 1.1025. Right? So we found the answer. So that means 1.05 should be multiplied with 1.05. So it is, the answer will be 2. So write it, 1.1025 is equal to 1.05 to the power 2. Okay, let me continue on this side. further conclusion. So here right now we have found n as 2, correct, right? N as 2, but this n is not the final answer. This n is the converted n after the conversion period. So how we can simplify this? You can write it like this: dash into 2 has become 2. This is 2 here. So what do you multiply with 2 becomes 2? If you put 1, then it becomes 2, right? Or one more method, in this method also you can solve. We have got n as 2, converted n as 2, 2 divided by number of conversions, okay, half yearly, then we get answer as 1. So finally the n is equal to 1 year. So this is our solution for question 1. Let's solve question 2. Find the rate percent per annum if rupees 2 lakh amount to rupees 2,31,525 in 1.5 year, interest being compounded half yearly. Let's note down the data given. Principal rupees 2 lakh. What else? Amount is given as 2,31,525. N 1.5 year, and you can see here compounded half yearly. So the conversion period is 2 times 1.5 into 2 conversion periods becomes 3 years, right? So n is 3. It is 3. Moving ahead, write down the formula. Amount is equal to principal bracket open 1 plus I to the power n. Now substitute the given values in the question. 2,31,525 is amount, is equal to principal is 2 lakh into bracket open 1 plus I to the power n is 3. It's here 3. Now we'll solve further. What we can do is, there is a multiplication symbol here if nothing is given before the bracket. 2 lakh rupees onto the right hand side, shift it to the left hand side, it becomes 2,31,525 divided by 2 lakh is equal to 1 plus I whole to the power 3. Now we should start to do some cancellations here. So numerator and denominator start cancelling. So we'll try with the cancelling with the number 5. Okay, so 2,31,525 divided by 5. Answer is 46,305. Okay, so 46,305 divided by, now reduce the value, 2 lakh, we divided 2,31,525 by 5, also divide this 2 lakh by 5, it is 40,000, right? So 40,000. So it's still to be simplified. So we'll try once again. We'll once again divide this by 5. 46,305 divided by 5. 9261. 9261. Now divide 40,000 by 5. 40,000 divided by 5, it is 8,000. Can this be further simplified with a common number? Can we cancel or divide? No, here it is 1 and 0, so we cannot simplify it further. What we can do is, just see here, you can write it like this. I'll just write it on the right hand side here. 9,261 divided by 8,000 is equal to 1 plus I to the power 3. So power is 3. So we should find out the numbers on numerator and denominator which power, third power or the cube root of those numbers become 9261 and 8000. So we'll write like this, divided by cube root of some numbers is equal to 1 plus I to the power 3. That point of time it will be equated. So we'll try trial and error with 8000. Okay, so just try with few of the numbers. Let's start with 18. Okay, take 18 into 18 into 18. Okay, this is trial and error. First number we are taking because it's cube, right? So try with 18 cube. So 18 into 18 into 18. What answer do we get? 5832. No. 5832, is it equal somewhere? No, it is not equal to 8000. So not working. Try with next number, 19 or 20. We'll go with 20. Okay, 20 into 20 into 20. Find the cube root of 20. 20 into 20 into 20. Cube root of 20 is 8000. Fine, we got it. So it is 8000. So write it here, 8000. 20 cube is equal to 8000. So next number what we want here is 9261. So try with the next number. This is 20. Try with 21 cube. What answer do we get? Do we get 9261 or other number? 21 into 21 into 21 is equal to 9261. We got it, 9261. So this is 21 cube. So 21 cube is equal to 9261 and 20 cube is equal to 8000, right? So now divide 21 by 20 in the calculator. 21 divided by 20, that is equal to 1.05. Write it here, 1.05. What is this? Cube is equal to 1 plus I to the power 3. Should we simplify it further? Yes, we can write it like this. So you can see 3, you can just ignore this cube. So what is left out is 1.05 is equal to 1 plus I. So keep I here, bring 1 onto the left hand side, it becomes 1.05 minus 1 and I will be 0.05 or it is 5%. So this 5% answer what we found right now, is this the final answer? No, it isn't. It is the answer of half yearly. When we did compounded half yearly, we got these two conversions, right? So now to find out the rate of interest per annum, what we should do is 5% into 2. That is 2 conversion periods. 2 half yearly comes in a year, right? So that point of time our final answer or the annual rate percentage is 10%. So this is the right answer for question 2. Well, next is question 3. Let's start this. A certain sum invested at 4% per annum, compounded semi-annually, amounts to rupees 78,030 at the end of 1 year. Find the sum. Our question is to find the sum. So sum is nothing but principal, 1 year. So time, n is 1 year. We don't know principal. 78,030. This is amount. 4% per annum. This is interest rate, right? And this is some semi-annually, compounded semi-annually. That means conversion period is 2 times. We have all this data. Let's quickly dive into the solution. We'll write the formula. A is equal to P into 1 plus I to the power n. Amount is 78,030 equal to principal, we do not know, write it as it is, into 1 plus I. What is I here? I is 4%, but after conversion what happens? 4% divided by 2, this conversion period, is equal to 2%. So 2% can also be written as 0.02. How to write 0.02? 2 divided by 100 in your calculator will give you 0.02. Write it here, 0.02 to the power n. What is n here? n is given as 1, but converted n will become 1 into 2. Number of conversions is 2, is equal to 2. So n is 2 here in the formula. Moving further, 78,030 is equal to P into 1.02 to the power 2. What next? How to solve? So what we can do here is find the square of 1.02. We'll take help of calculator. 1.02 into 1.02, that is 1.0404. 1.0404. 78,030 is equal to P into 1.0404. So leave P on the left hand side and we can simplify it now very easily. 78,030, this comes and gets divided 1.0404. What is our final answer? Are we going to get the principal right now? Yes. Make use of the calculator. 78,030 divided by 1.0404. Your answer is 75,000 on the calculator, and it's the right answer. So 75,000 is nothing but the principal amount. The sum right now is 75,000. We got this answer. It's completed. It's time to solve question 4. Rupees 16,000 invested at 10% per annum, compounded semi-annually, amounts to rupees 18,522. Find the time period of investment. So let's note down what is given. Do we have principal? Yes. Rupees 16,000. Next. Do we have amount here? Yes, it's given here. 18,522. Next, we have interest rate. I is given as 10%, and conversions, right? So conversion period is semi-annually, so 2 conversion periods. So that's why it is I is 10%. So converted I becomes 10% divided by 2, that is equal to 5%, or it is 0.05. How to calculate 0.05? 5% means 5 divided by 100 on your calculator will give you 0.05. Anything else? Do we know n? We do not know n. That is what we are supposed to find in this question. We'll write down the formula. Amount is equal to principal into 1 plus I to the power n. Amount is given 18,522 is equal to principal is 16,000, bracket open, 1 plus I. What is I? 0.05 to the power n. N we do not know. So we can simplify it like this. 18,522 divided by 16,000 is equal to 1.05 to the power n. Let me write it here. So on your calculator, 18,522 divided by 16,000 will give you the answer of 1.157625. So it is 1.157625 is equal to 1.05 to the power n. Correct, right? So now 1.05 to the power something will be equal to 1.157625. So we'll start to do some trial and error calculations right now on the calculator, and we'll find the answer quickly. So we have 1.05 should be multiplied with again the same number. Do we get the answer? Into 1.05 is equal to, we got 1.1025. Let's multiply once again with 1.05, and yes, we got the answer 1.157625. So we multiplied 1.05 three times. That means 1.05 to the power 3 will give you this answer. 1.05 to the power 3 will give you 1.157625. So we found n as 3, but is it the final answer? No. So we should find out the conversions right now. We should apply the conversions theory here. So, and we will find out n equal to 3 or some other answer. So final answer is 3. We multiplied it with 2. What multiplied with 2 will give you 3? If you place 1.5 here, 1.5 into 2 is equal to 3. Correct, right? So it is 1.5 years, or it is 1.5 year time. In 1.5 years time, the particular investment gives you 18,522 when invested 16,000 at 10% per annum compounded semi-annually. So your answer is 1.5 years. Alright, let's start with question 5. In how many years a sum of rupees 1000 compounded annually at 10% will amount to rupees 1331? So here you are supposed to find out n, a sum of rupees. So already we have got some details here. So principal is given rupees 1000, and interest rate, yes, so interest rate is given 10%. This is annually, so conversion period is equal to 1 times. Okay, annually means 1 time, and rupees 1331 is amount. Okay, straight away we'll try to solve this and write the formula. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus I to the power n. Amount is given 1331 is equal to 1000 into bracket open 1 plus I. What is I here? I stands for 10%, and converted I will be 10% divided by 1, that is once again 10% itself, is equal to 0.1. How to get 0.1? 10 divided by 100 will give you 0.1. So write it here, 0.1 to the power n. We do not know n, we are finding it. So we'll solve or simplify this. 1331 divided by 1000, bring it here, so it gets divided, is equal to 1.1 to the power n. Now calculate this. 1331 divided by 1000, and your answer will be 1.331. 1.331 is equal to 1.1 to the power n. Once again, let's open the calculator. Just to trial and error method, click on 1.1, multiply it with once again 1.1, you get 1.21. Once again multiply it with 1.1 and you get 1.331. That means if you multiply 1.21 3 times, you get 1.331. So your answer should be 1.331 is equal to 1.1 to the power 3, 1.1 cube. Alright, so that's why we found right now n is equal to 3, and the conversion time or the period is also 1. So that's why even if you divide it by 1, your answer will be 3 itself. Let's start the last question of session 3, question 6. This is little bit interesting question because there are two things here, compound interest and simple interest. So first you have to calculate compound interest, and with the help of that you will have to calculate simple interest. So first let me read the question. The compound interest for a certain sum at 5% per annum for first year is rupees 25. The simple interest for the same money at 5% per annum for 2 years will be dash. We should find out the simple interest. First let me write two segments here. Okay, so compound interest segment and simple interest segment. Let's solve it as soon as possible. So we'll see this segment first, compound interest segment. It's given as compound interest is equal to rupees 25. It's given here. What else do we have? Interest is equal to 0.05. How did we get this? This is 5 divided by 100, that is equal to 0.05, and in compound interest it is said that for first year, so it is assumed that it is compounded annually. So divide it by 1, the answer itself again will be 0.05. So converted I will be 0.05 and n will be equal to, only first year they have said annually, so it is 1. Okay, so 1 divided by number of conversions annually is 1, so answer will be 1. So this one is written here. So we have the data. Do we know the principal? We do not know the principal. That's what we are going to find it here. So we know the compound interest formula, which is very easy and simple to remember. So let's write it. So compound interest is equal to principal into big bracket open I 1 plus I to the power n minus 1 big bracket close. This is the formula. So compound interest, we have it here, 25 is equal to principal, we do not know, leave it as it is, big bracket open, 1 plus I. What is I here? 0.05 to the power n. What is n? N is given as 1 minus 1 big bracket close. Let's simplify further. 25 is equal to P big bracket open, 1.05 to the power 1 is 1.05 minus 1. Next step, 25 is equal to P into 1.05 minus 1 becomes 0.05. Okay, let me continue it here. Let me draw a line here to bifurcate compound interest calculation and simple interest calculation. So write it here, 25 is equal to P into 0.05, right? So P is equal to 25, this comes below, so it becomes 25 divided by 0.05, principal is equal to, so let me open the calculator, 25 divided by 0.05 gives you the answer 500. So 500 is the principal amount. We have found it already. This will be useful for calculating simple interest. So what they have said is simple interest for same money. What is same money here? It is principal, and principal is rupees 500. So for calculating simple interest we need few of the information. Principal is rupees 500, which we have already calculated. Next one is rate of interest. R is 5% per annum. It is given here 5%. Okay, and then 2 years. Time is given. Time is equal to 2 years. What is our formula for calculating simple interest? Simple interest is equal to principal into time into R by 100. R is rate of interest. So we'll write it here, 500 into time is 2 years, to rate of interest is 5%. Okay, or you can write it like this, 5 divided by 100, that is R by 100, 5 divided by 100. Let's calculate this in the calculator and we'll get the final answer immediately. 500 into 2 into 5 divided by 100, and our answer is rupees 50. So simple interest is rupees 50. So we can fill it here, rupees 50. So that's the solution for question 6. Thanks for watching this session 3. Have a nice time.